Cukier Torun. It's Group A action. We're very pleased to be back after the week-long break. And we have two teams that are in big need of a win. The hosts tonight, Oostende, we're in Belgium. The Belgium League leaders and 20-time Belgium League champions, and they've won the last 6 editions of the Belgium League. Here's the games this week in Group A. We've got this one, and then Lichterbillis versus Unit Holland, Sassari versus Manresa, and Strasbourg versus Turk Telecom will be the only game from this group tomorrow. Both teams are at the wrong end of Group A. You want to be in the top 4 in order to progress to the round of 16. There's 32 teams in the regular season. The top 4 from the 4 groups will make up the round of 16. And that's where you want to be. These are the current standings. Turk Telecom sit atop, 5-1. You've got Filou Oostende at 2-4 and Polski Cukier Torun at 1-5. So everybody in this group have won at least one game. And as you can see, these two teams are in desperate need of a win. As for the visitors, Torun, they are number 1 in assists with 25 assists a game. They're second in scoring, 89 points a game, and they're third in free throw percentage, 80.2%. So what's the issue? The issue is going to be at the defensive end, which we will talk more about as the evening goes on. Here is the visitors' key players: Hornsby, Aaron Shell, Chris Wright, Aledi Aminu, the Nigerian international, Carl Weaver. They are key players, but one player they have been without since game day 2 is Damian Kulik, the Polish international, and how they miss him. He averaged 18 points a game in the first 2 games. But they will go without him. They have top players, and they've just got to tighten things up on the defensive end, because we know they can score and they can assist to a high level. Here's Filou Oostende. Look out for Kayvon de First, the 17-year-old teenage sensation. Jean-Marc Wima, Brian Angola is really playing well. Dusan Djordjevic, Shevin Thompson, the only player that's shooting more than 70% field goal percentage, and he's had both his double-doubles at home here at the Versluis Arena. Also, Hamel Sula, look out for him. Another young gun on this team, 18 years old, had a big game in the loss in game day 6. Both these teams lost by more than 20 points in game day 6. Polski Cukier Torun losing to Turk Telecom 73-95, and Oostende losing on the road at Maxi Manresa 85-58. So both teams in desperate need of a win, as Chris Wright and Aledi Aminu, Nigerian international, top rebounder on this team. Chris Wright is pretty much number 1 on this team across the board, as you can see us smiling. Carl Weaver, can he make his team tick and smile, and especially make that gentleman Sebastian Mahovsky smile at the end of this game if they can get a big win on the road. And now the hosts are going to be introduced, and what a massive game for the current leaders. It's all smiles. I think everyone's happy to be back here in the Basketball Champions League. Game day 7, the halfway stage of the 14 game days of the regular season. Here's Simon Beersa, 22-year-old Belgian. Kai van der Verst, just come up from the junior teams and is just an incredible player. Loic Schwalz, Jean-Marc Wima, Brian Angola, Yannick Dizayan, Sevas Bieskat, Dusan Djordjevic, their leading assists. Serbian, and Shevin Thompson, 7-foot Jamaican, has been awesome. Leading scorer, leading rebounder, only shooting 48.3% free throw percentage as the Belgian, Croatian and German embrace at half court. Wealth of experience between them. Of course, Dario Jurka is the current Belgian national team. He was the assistant coach for Croatia as well. and he's been with Ostende since 2011. As for Sebastian Machowski, he's just joined Torun this season. Was a national team player for Germany. So we've heard about Polski Torun as we look at the refs. Luis Castillo, Zdravko Rutasic and Mehmet Karabilicin from España, Montenegro and Turkey. Three officials at the top of their game, as with the teams in this Basketball Champions League. And there's Keith Hornsby, three-time NBA G League All-Star. Can he bring that level of play? Now he's 27-year-old, 1m91 American. Now they need him. 18.5 points a game. He's second in scoring on this team, behind Chris Wright, who leads scoring, who leads assists, who leads efficiency. There's also the FIBA Europe Cup first team back in 2016. It's the starting five for Polski Cukier Torun, as it is in English. Hornsby, Shell, Rasishak, Wright and Amanu, or Ratashuk, will be leading the way for the visitors. They're 1-5. How they desperately need to move up the table, and after this break, teams can get themselves together, maybe make additions or move players on. And Sebastian Machowski, 47-year-old German, joined Torun this year, coached in Germany previously and in Shenzhen last season. German national team as a player, and there is Marcela there, and he's going to be massive, as is Brian Angola. 14 points a game, 4.3 rebounds a game, 2.5 assists a game, and 2.3 steals a game. The only player with more than 2 assists on this team. Here's the starting five: Wima, Angola, Djordjevic, Thompson and Marcela getting the start at the age of 18. Two dynamite teenagers on this team, Kai van der Thurst and Marcela. And there is Oostende's Dario Gerja, been with Oostende since 2011, and he's the current national team senior men's for Belgique, or Belgium. So we're just a few minutes away from tip. We've heard about Polski Cukier Torun. As for Filou Oostende, 27th in points per game, 37th in rebound, 37 rebounds again, they're 11th, and 15.2 assists puts them 28th. But this is how they match up head to head. Polski Torun, 10 more assists than Oostende. And fast break points is a big plus for Polski Torun, 23.3 to 10 fast break points. Let's listen in to the coaches' final words.
That's the key. Control the board, after that we run. Don't accept their way of acting offensive-wise, okay? We need to be smart at the beginning, especially. First offense is two-side, okay? Two-side. First one, we go inside to mid and see how they will defend, okay? Hey, watch out, don't get cut in the back screens, and watch out pin downs. Let's go, yo. Let's go. Him.
Just going back to the head-to-head, just some keys to think about. Points from the bench, 26.8 points a game from the bench for Oostende, only 18.5. They do rely heavily on Hornsby, Wright, Amanu, Weaver and Aaron Schell, the Polish international. How they are going to miss Damian Kulik. But other players have got to turn up. Alexander Pirka, Jakub Schenk maybe, Karol Krzyzewski. There's other players that need to step up. Bartusz Diduszko needs to step up big time. 5.8 points a game, 2.8 rebounds. So we're just moments away here. You're watching on livebasketball.tv. The tip is just about to get underway. We are back. Basketball Champions League back on your screens. It's game day 7. And it's Shevin Thompson winning the tip. 7 foot tall. Oostende in their bright yellow. Polski Torun are in blue, light blue, dark blue. And there goes Djordjevic all the way with the left-hand layup. Nice screen action between him and Thompson, lead assist man for Oostende. Djordjevic gets scoring underway for Oostende, and a nice high arcing shot for Alade Aminu. Had the pleasure of commentating for it on Alade Aminu in Wuhan, China. Wonderful World Cup, and Nigeria were there for the group stages. Shots up. Rebound, Thompson, leading rebound, leading scorer on this team. Spins baseline. Oh my goodness, that is dynamite along the baseline. Just a quick dunk before anyone can react. Blink and you miss it with Shevin Thompson. Baseline, bounce pass, but it was by the ankles. Here comes Oostende, and a big dunk on the break. And Weimer, Jean-Marc Weimer just throwing it down, 2 hands. Great pass. Throws it down, and Oostende off and running early. Aminu blocked, gets his own rebound. That's Thompson right there to clean the balls up. Penetrate, extra pass. Djordjevic for 3, in and out. Hornsby inside. Aaron Shell goes left hand. That's a tough rolling hook there from the Polish international. Weimer. And on the way to the hoop, Brian Angola just catching the ball and attacking straight off the catch, through and past Aaron Shell, and the foul. And this was the Thompson, just spun baseline on Aminu. No help on the baseline. By the time Lachachuk could get across, it was too late. And Angola, 82.6% from the line. Leading stats man on this Oostende team. 9-4. Filou Oostende lead, but there's no defense there. Hornsby shown the baseline and he took it, and no help came across. Djordjevic. So Weimer. Sealer goes baseline. It was just a touch too high, but he was wide open on the back cut. Apologies for the breakup of sound here in Stand, and Djordjevic loses the handle and down the other end. Polski Cukier Torun get the score. Weimer. Sealer. Djordjevic. Running the clock right down here. Just pulls up from the elbow, knocks down the simple 2. And Oostende regain the lead after the Polski Torun burst of scoring. Hornsby inside, Amanu. Hornsby catch and shoot is good. The former G League All-Star. Just catch and shoot, and Weimer just couldn't get out. Hornsby up to 5 points. Nice up fake by Angola, just goes all the way, but that was his shot. It was a tough pass to Shevin Thompson. He should have really completed his own shot there. Nice movement off the ball by Aaron Schell. Left-hand finish. So nice when teams share the ball, and of course, Polski Torun are #1 in assists in the Basketball Champions League coming into this game. 25 assists a game. Only 15 for Oostende. Djordjevic back to Angola to look comfortable on that shot. So, Polski Cukier Torun. Sell inside, and they look inside. Aaron Schell just keeps the ball above his head. He can go into shooting motion. That was clever, and he just dropped it inside. Polski Torun at the line. And Amanu. This is the second. Just a touch flat on that second shot, Amanu, but nice cross-court pass. Angola attacks the closeout, but he ends up in a lot of traffic. And here comes Polski Torun, and they beat Oostende down the floor. And Coach Djerdje will not be happy with that. And Aaron Tell, former French and Polish league champion, leading the break there. It's Oostende timeout, and Coach Dario Djerdje will not be impressed.
Shooters, we going under. We don't play. There is a wrist screen. You need to stay here a bit to help on that wrist screen. What is this now? We have a top here. Pick and roll. Oh, he's rolling left. Nobody is. Transition defense don't exist. We search. The mistake, we made mistake. Hey, first thing, go, guys. Hey, we got one goal.
So welcome back to the Schlies Dome in Oostende, Belgium. The current league leaders in Belgium against the current Polish league leaders. Polski Cukier Torun. Both teams winning their league games in the break from Basketball Champions League action, and Weimer just spinning baseline, thinking about giving it to Thompson, but no good. Penetrate, kick, extra pass. Wide open three is just short for Svel. Now, can the experience of Dusan Djordjevic help, but not at that moment? Hornsby just explodes to the hoop. Keith Hornsby going severely downhill and attacking Filou Oostende's defense, which again, semi-transition. Coach Djerdje said in timeout, transition defense is non-existent. Simon Bursa is in the game for Oostende. Sealer inside, Thompson needs to get going. Shots up from deep is no good. Thompson on the floor and he's looking weary. He's trying to get back. Shots up and he blocks the three. He does get back in time. Wow. Djurdjevic just all the way in and out, and Shevon Thompson underneath. Dusan Djurdjevic just couldn't get it to roll, but Shevon Thompson, leading rebounder on the team, just under 10 rebounds a game, right there to clean up the balls. Thompson, as I said at the top of the show, just 14 of 15 of 30 now. He's obviously been working on his free throw stroke in the Basketball Champions League break, and he's up to 4 points, 100% from the line, and that's really good news for Oostenders. Alexander Perka in, been at Torun since 2012. He's on the floor, and he was open for a moment, but they bypassed him. Good ball movement again. Extra pass by Didushko. And again, you move the defense side to side, inside and out, and good things will happen. Kaivonda first is in for Oostende. And the shot's up. Foul there on Didushko. So Kaivonda first is in, and Simon Bersa, just 22 years old himself, averaging 10 minutes a game. He's on the ball now, and he's lost it. Another steal. Chris Wright with the layup. And the main players are playing key roles for Torun at the moment. Hornsby, Shell, Amanu. And there's a key player right there. So simple. Kaivonda first. Right, just pulls up from around the free throw line. Rebound, Amar Sila, 18-year-old to 17-year-old off the screen, and it's offensive foul called against Yannick Zion. Jakub Schink coming in for Polski Cukier Torun. He's got to be careful on those screens. Right, comes out, gets a break. Leading scorer, leading assists, leading efficiency so far this season for Polski Cukier Torun. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. I hope you're enjoying the action here in Oostende, Belgium. Alade Amanu, jump hook is good, really nice rhythm. Never let the defense get set. Spun one way, baseline, back again, and before anyone can help, the shot's gone and down. Simon Bersa. Wima, he needs to get going. Nice look by Dizayan. Jean-Marc Wima, 29-year-old Belgium, 5 games, 5.8 points a game. Had the big dunk early in transition. Just always need more from him. 3.4 rebounds, 1.6 assists for Jean-Marc Wima, Belgium international. Kaivonda first. 8.7 points a game. He's in the top 3 on the team in assists. Just off there with that shot. And efficiency, 3rd in efficiency as well. 2nd in assists, 3rd in efficiency. Berka just short with the 3. And the shot's up for 3 is good for Simon Bersa. Just simple pass ahead to the wing, catch and shoot in rhythm. And Oostende down by 6. And they try to dribble, nearly lose it. With Carl Weaver inside to Aminu. And too much defense from Design, and he's got 2 quick fouls. 6-10 Belgium. And that's just a nice fake, just a half turn, just a quick fake. And Design bit far too quickly as Ratachuk comes in, young Polish player. Berka. Czeszenk. Back to Berka. And that's not far enough. And was there contact on the shot or a push underneath? Carl Weaver with the foul, remonstrating with the ref. He's only just come in the game, he's got to be careful. The referee will not change his decision, and Torun are in. Team fouls as Kai van der Fust. Simon Bersa. %, from the free throw line, 2 of 2 prior to this game, 3.6 points a game. Unfortunately, he's not 100% anymore. Time running down. Kick back out, extra pass, shots up for 3. Is no good by Ratachuk. And at the end of the first quarter, which just then started brightly, but then Torun have taken over. They lead 24-19 here in Oostende. Here are the statistics. 2 points, 67% for Torun, 20% from 3.
One dribble shot, no, we don't need that.
4 of 5 from the free throw line and just 1 of 2. As for Oostende, and just 1 of 2 for Polski Torun. And this was early on, and Weaver flying through the air. Nice pass by Amarcila. And then Chevon Thompson said there was good signs early for Oostende, the team in bright yellow, and they were certainly shining brightly early on. And nice play by Dusan Djordjevic as well. Six assists already for Polski Torun. 4 assists for Oostende. Seven turnovers. 7 turnovers for Oostende, just 1 for Polski Cukier Torun, and that's been a real difference. And there's a potential difference maker now and in the future. Kai van der Fust with a nice baseline, excuse me, by a free throw line jump shot. And then a simple pass ahead. Ball doesn't stick too long with that young man's hands, and that is something I'm coaching junior players, I'm saying all the time, don't let the ball stick, move it around, move the defense around, and good things will happen. And that's why Torun are #1 in assists in this competition. Even though they're at the bottom of this group, they share the ball, and they're going to need to do it on the road here. Not much sharing going on there. It's all dribble by Jakub Schenk, and that's what happens. Defense can key on exactly where the ball is. Angola's right there, and Schenk kicks it off with his right foot, and Coach Machovski would not appreciate that play. They need to stick with what's been working through the season, and so far tonight. Shots up by Bursa, no good. He was wide open though. See if Schenk can do a better job off the screen. Extra pass, but good hands on the defense, but Aminu gets it back. Weaver, still Weaver, high, looping, floating shot, but no good. And Oostende playing tough D. Can they capitalise on the other end? Step through, drop off. The design wasn't aware the ball was coming. And now there's a travel on Angola as he attacked the closeout. So both teams making mistakes early in the second quarter. Aminu. Better ball movement, now some dribbling. And again, ball sticks, and it's Schenk again. And here comes Van der First, left-hand layup. You can see his reaction, he needs to make those. He knows that. Aminu again in the post, rips it up and over, and he's a tough cover. This time, Servas Bierskart is attempting to stop Aminu. Aminu looks in really good shape. He's playing in good rhythm and pace and intention tonight in the post, and Schenk needs to break. He's made a couple of costly turnovers. Perka to Hornsby. High screen by Aminu. Gets it back. Free throw line. Jump shot is good. Nice little shot fake to freeze the defense as well. And then went straight up with the jump shot. Alade Aminu having a strong game tonight. And the running layup by Bursa, no good. And frustration foul. Just didn't look quite certain on that play. And he reached. Nikolai Ratashuk with the foul. So Bursa sits. They have a young team, and Bursa, Kai van der First and Marcela, 22 and under. Hornsby, always busy. Great pass, but great defense, even better defense. Van der First. Angola, what can he produce? He's going right to the hoop, and he gets fouled on the attack with the right hand. Angola, Colombian international. Villanueva in Colombia. Was his college. Was the Belgian League Finals MVP last season. Oostende really need him now. Weaver, long two is good. Just jab step to get the defense off him. Nice cut away from the ball by his teammate as well, and Weaver just knocked down the long two. That's his first two of the game. Kai van der First. into traffic. Somehow gets the pass off. And they get it back. Desir with the miss. And the long-range shot by Angola was just short. Hornsby pulls up. He's just short. Rebound, Desir. Angola. And a lot of contact down low. And this time Perka with the foul. Ronda first comes out. Chevron Thompson back in. Perka out. And Aaron Shell in the game. Djordjevic. So Weemer, nice pass. But the whistle had gone before Zervas Bierskart could throw it down.
Coming for Polski, number 11, right.
Ball's loose. Scrappy play again from Oostende. And Aaron Shell right there as Angola just losing control of the ball. Chris Wright to Hornsby. Real dynamic duo, those two. The top scorers for Polski Torun. Shell in motion. Hornsby chased off the screen. No good by Aminu this time. Djordjevic. Djordjevic. And he does it all himself off a couple of screens from the right and the left, and he knocks down the mid-range too. Djordjevic up to 6 points. But immediate answer by Weaver. Angola. High screen by Thompson. Angola all the way, and he's fouled by Aminu. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Angola 82.6% from the line coming into this game tonight. He's 100% tonight. 4 of 4. He's averaging 14 points a game. Second in scoring on this team behind Chevron Thompson. Both teams easing their way back into Basketball Champions League action. Weaver. And there was too much traffic there for that pass. Good hands by Thompson, and Djordjevic right there as well. Inbounds, Chris Wright. Back outside to Weaver. High screen, Aminu. And Weaver contemplated the pass to Aminu, I think. And Chevron Thompson getting in the way of Djordjevic there, and now there's a double team, and really angry, animated Daria Jerka. Firstly, Thompson got in, shot Djordjevic's way, and then there was a double team right there, and Weaver with a foul. But they sort of left Djordjevic isolated there. They need to step it up, Filou Oostende, as I say. Just to remind you, both teams top of their respective domestic leagues. 9-1 Oostende, 7-1 Polski Torun, and Weaver has 2 fouls. So he will have to sit. Djordjevic, 36-year-old Serb. #1 on assists on this team. 85.7% from the free throw line, so 100% tonight. So he's the man you want at the line in a crisis, and it's a semi-crisis tonight for Oostende. Aaron Shell. Hornsby. Aminu all the way across, extra pass, and the closeout is attacked really nicely. And Mikołaj Ratachuk with the layup. Again, Angola just slightly out of control. Here comes Polski Torun. And the fast break is broken up by Bierskart. Frustration for Brian Angola. And the foul, Aaron Shell attacking the closeout, 32-year-old Polish international. Sealer back in for Bierskart. Shell, Polish national team player, part of the Polish team that played at the World Cup in the qualifiers and the finals, as did Damian Kulik. And Jakub Schenk as well played in the qualifiers. Poland doing so well in the Basketball World Cup, finishing 8th. Poland will be in the Olympic qualifying tournaments coming up next year, and Shevin Thompson just completely had no energy in that shot. He doesn't seem to have a lot of energy as he's getting up down the floor. A good attack of the closeout, and Weimer just allowing that baseline attack. He came out overbalanced forward on the closeout and really attacked the baseline. Mikołaj Ratachuk, 22-year-old Polish player. This is the second. Shevin Thompson, can he get going? That's just looked an awkward shot. Couldn't quite make it. Here comes Polski Cukier Torun inside. Just short by Aminu. A nice job by Amar Sila. And double team. They get out of it though. Angola to Weimer, back to Angola. Djordjevic inside. Thompson can't get it to go. Leading scorer, leading rebounder for this team is struggling tonight. And that was way too hard for Chris Wright. Way too high, way too hard. And Sebastian Machowski can see the slightly amusing side of it. I'm not sure Daria Jurcha is going to be quite as humorous Let's listen in. Let's hope the air doesn't turn too blue.
Hey, we need to play some defense. Hey, never mind, that can happen. It cannot happen if we act like Indians. From this morning, that goes. But we need to run back. We need to stop. Hey, we need to stop something. Not all open layups all the time. Shots open. Everything is open. On the other side, hey, try to take now this guy. He have a 2 fouls. This Aminu. Hey, we take him away. Take him up, pick and roll. Hey, go with the 2 down. First here. They switch inside touch. They don't switch. Go down low. No, attack the big.
Chevron Thompson, he just looks awkward and maybe just feeling tired. They're on their home floor. They should be full of energy and really taking it to this Polski Torun team. And they've only got 4 assists. They got 9 turnovers. 1 of 7 from 3, 7 of 19 from 2. 30% from the field. Filou Oostende, and it's not going to get it done, especially at home. They've got to pick it up. They're 9 down, 2:35 remaining. And big time block, not in this house. Great outlet as well in the 2 for Polski Torun out of the timeout. They missed the shot at one end. They don't get back on D, and good block by Ratashuk. And Chris Wright scores and is very happy about that, and he's fouled in the process. Chris Wright, former Asphalt player, Dallas Mavericks in the NBA, and his college was Georgetown. This is the free throw, but worrying signs again for Filou Oostende. Got young players on this roster, but the experienced players need to show the way. Angola, and a big time slam. Amosila, one of the young players, shows how it's done and how to finish. Left hand slam. Highlight play for the young Senegalese player. And that's fired him up at Hornsby straight through. Nice cut movement without the ball for Keith Hornsby. And he finishes high off the glass. 9 points for the American playmaker and star of this Polski Torun team. Angola versus Hornsby. Angola. And he scores, and he ends up on the floor as well. Dario Georgia, frustrations continue. He thought Angola should have got to the foul line there. Aminu offers the screen. That's short. That's a couple he's had now. And that's a tough shot for him with Chevron Thompson in front of him. Georgievich brings it out. Looking inside. Thompson. And that's more like it from Chevron Thompson. You know he's going to go left, but he's just long and got great range and reach. Once it's inside, he looks left, one way goes the other, and Aminu puts his hands up, but he needed to move his feet as well. And a couple of quick scores by Sela and Thompson, and it's timeout for Torun. Let's see if Mahovsky's still smiling.
Iggy gets Keith. If not on the first one, then after you come off the handoff, one more, one more. Other guys stay low, other guys stay low, and you got another one going, another one. Iggy here, keep moving, get back.
Just 2 of 7 themselves from 3. 15 of 26 from 2 though. 11 assists, 5 turnovers, 5 steals, 3 blocks. So they're doing some good stuff, but just a short spurt there from Filou Oostende with Thompson and Amal Sela Timeout is called, and Belgium league leaders need to really put the foot down to stay with Polski Cukier Torun. Chris Wright. Screen and pop by Shell, and the same again. Shots up by Hornsby. That was just off. Both teams in team fouls as we come to the end of the second quarter. Catch and shoot is off. Right. 6 seconds between game clock and shot clock here in the Filou Dome in Ostend. Shots up and is just off. And there's plenty of time for Ostend to get a good look. Aaron Shell had a wide open look there, so just seconds remaining. Angola throws it up off the glass and finishes just in time. He's missed some easier shots than that, but this time crosses over to his left.
TJ Klein looks for another backdoor to Foster. Oh, baby! You gotta be kidding me! What a play by Marcus Foster! What a pass by TJ Klein! Oh, my Lord!
Young over to Rachel. And Vasturia picks it up, hands it off, and great play from Vasturia. And hands it off to Murphy, who not only scores, but is fouled on the play.
That is. Drives in, gets to Zima, and Silla just with one of the blocks of the night. Well, that was big time. Kissick with the one-handed running slam. It was that crossover movement that lost Galdikis, and he explodes to the basket. He's up to 22 points, another 20-plus point game for him.
Broden has it on the ball reversal. You don't stop him. Oh! Get out of that highlight picture. Tony rolled down the middle. As we said, if you don't stop him, and he just threw it hard.
Oh, what a play, the alley-oop to Brown. That was one of the plays of the game right there.
Tenerife need to execute. And now Hurtas kicks it back out, wide open three is good! For Lundberg yet again, nothing but net. And he loves it, Tenerife love it. Heartbreak for Vef Riga.
Yellowbacks now a chance for Gaziantep if they rush. Boy, that was almost a foul on Komalov. Robert goes up for the dunk out of nothing. Goodness gracious. Jagela close inside with the big thunder jam. And Jagela takes no prisoners with that play over the top of two Besiktas defenders. Jim Olasoy gives it to Crawford. Over to Saunders. He puts it up. He had a lot of time left. Oh, he hit the three! Can you believe it? Unbelievable! There will be no overtime. 3-point shot by Sanders.
Well, welcome back to Oostende in Belgium, the home of the 20-time Belgian League champions and the reigning league champions as well. Champions since 2012, and Dusan Djordjevic has been part of every one of those consecutive championships. And there's Keith Hornsby, leading scorer for Torun in the first half. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And Oostende game leaders, Angola 11 points, Thompson 6 rebounds, and Djordjevic 2 assists. He's their leading assist man. Thompson is leading rebounder and points for this team. Angola's just tucked in at second place on that, 14.4 points a game, so he'll be up around that, and Oostende will hope that he's well beyond that by the end of the game, because somebody from Oostende has to take this game by the scruff of the neck. They're on their home floor. If they lose this, they will be on the same win-loss as Polski Torun. And Oostende are yet to come out of the regular season of the Basketball Champions League. They would love to do that this year, but they're going to have their work cut out. There's Brian Angola, 11 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 assist. But he's missed some shots. He's sure he'd be saying himself he needs to step up, needs to sharpen up second half. He can create his own shot, as we saw right at the end of the second quarter. Beautiful move in transition, crossover, playing downhill, and he's very dangerous when he's doing that against a retreating defense. And he made a nice shot off the glass. Maybe that's going to spark him to the next level for this all-important third quarter. As the referee's waiting for action. We are just moments away. Be wanting to really ignite this team along with Wright. Aminu had a strong first part of the first half, but then just missed a couple of shots. And let's listen to Coach Dzierża and Coach Machowski. Shevin Thompson just needs to step it up. And there's the drums, the band, it's all here at Oostende. Now they need the team to play to a big, big rhythm. What a thrill for that young man, crashing those drums away as the music plays. But can Filou Oostende play to the right rhythm, play together? And that's a good start by Dusan Djordjevic. Another mid-range jump shot for the Serbian. Long-time servant of this club. A nice attack and pass, but the defense smothered the next pass. Here comes Angola. Euro step is good off the glass, and that's a really good start by Filou Oostende, and they're down to just 1 point behind Polski Torun. Big rebound this time by Thompson. Djurdjevic, crossover, early pass and the slam by Amar Sila. And a 6-0 run ignites the crowd. And Oostende take the lead. That's a shook. Amanu looking for options, having to go back outside to Aaron Shell. Inside, Shell can't get the alley-oop, but Shevin Thompson right there. Shot clock expires, shots off the front of the rim. And this is a different Oostende team that has come out after the half-time break. Angola in motion. Djurdjevic inside. Thompson, he loses it, he goes left every time. Normally to good effect, but this time it's a turnover. Right to Shell, attacks Djurdjevic off the closeout. And straight away, he knew he'd committed the foul. Just been a slight tweak of the shoulder there when Djurdjevic grabbed hold of Aaron. He's just checking he's okay. These players have the utmost respect for each other, and showed right there. Hornsby with Weimer guarding him, screen by Amanu. Amanu gets it back, steps through, and he's blocked at the rim by Sila. You've just seen him on the top 10 plays with a big block. He's got another one right there, and it ignites Angola, who's running downhill there. Amar Sila, he is an athlete, the young 18-year-old Senegalese coming over to help. And that's big time help, and they get the break as well, and that's the perfect way to block and get your team off and running. And Angola gets the shooter's roll, and is this the turning point for Filou Oostende? What words were said by Dario Djurdjevic? I would think step up the defense, which they have, because they're getting scores directly off good defense, being disruptive and active. Now it's a 3-point lead for Oostende. 8-0 run to start the third quarter. Hornsby ripped through, still Hornsby. And he's fouled. Thompson with the block at the hoop. And that is a foul. Thompson with the size difference. Thompson at 7 foot. Hornsby at 1.91 meters. Makes the second. Thompson, beautiful pass from Djurdjevic. And Shevin Thompson sprinting back down the floor. He looks more energised in this third quarter. Back cut is dealt with by Angola. Amanu high off the glass. He just hasn't quite got the elevation. And here comes Weimer. Djurdjevic, no way through there. Back outside, Weimer fakes the pass. Can't get his left-handed shot to go, but Amar Sila in the right place for another opportunity for Oostende. Angola, high screen. Shots up for three, just short. And Chell with the rebound for Polski Cukier Torun. Chris Wright pulls up at the free throw line, is good. Really nice screen by Amanu this time. And no help at all. It's wide open in the middle of the floor. Amar Sila. Weimer to Shevin Thompson. Against Amanu. Running hook is just short. Here comes Chris Wright. Wright steps through and is good. Djordjevic just couldn't stay with him as he crossed over and went to the hoop, and a look of disbelief and frustration by Dario Djurdjev. But that's how good Wright is. Top scorer in this team, top in efficiency, top in assists. Angola, penetrate kick. Back to Angola, catches, shoots, and it's good from the baseline for three. Angola is part of everything good that's happening for Oostende. That's another good play. Right, Amanu back outside to Hornsby. The big three combining there. Hornsby, this time Amanu wide open. No shot fake at all there, no jab step, just catch and shoot. Maybe that's the best way forward now for Amanu. Weema, no good with the left hand. And now Hornsby, excuse me, Retachuk. Chris Wright, free throw line, jump shot is good. And all of a sudden, the intensity went down on the D, nobody out far enough on the shot. And Polski Cukier Torun regain the lead. They're on a 9-0 run. Sela is just off with the three. But good hands, good recovery by the young Senegalese. Took a lot of effort to get themselves back in the game. Oostende and in the lead. As Retachuk comes out. Didoshka comes in. Chris Wright, guarded by Angola. High screen offered by Amanu. Back to Amanu, and he throws it down. Perfectly executed pick and roll, and he got in behind Zion. And it was a bit of a disaster for Oostende there. Angola uses the screen from Zion. Almost a steal by Wright. Djordjevic turns down the three, floater is good. Nice play by Dusan Djordjevic. Chris Wright. And it's good. Are they going to count it? I think they have. Looking at the reaction by Coach Djurdjev. Yeah, it's a good call as Yannick Zion. Chris Wright was too much to handle there. Amanu comes out, done some good things there in that stretch, which have taken Torun back to a three-point lead. And he makes the score. Chris Wright, 9 of 17 in his latest Polish outing. 29 points. And Angola got caught up in the air. Just couldn't make the shot. The three's up and is good. Chris Wright is on fire. And they back up by 7. And it's a timeout for Filou Oostende. Hornsby to Wright for 3, and that is their 2 best offensive players. And they're showing just why. That was a deep 3.
Can we spend it here? Hey, from ice to no flat all of a sudden. Player, nobody help, no pump, nothing. Transition defense, not existing. Match up, nothing. 10-0 trade. First, chin up. Chin up. Top ball screen safe. 1 second. Yeah, 1 team foul. Transition matchup. Spend the team foul when it's needed. What
We've already been here a couple of times in this game where Coach Churcher has just lost it with his team. He's not happy with the effort. Zero defense, zero transition defense, zero half-court defense at times off pick and rolls where they're stepping off instead of getting out to the shooter. But you've got to hand it to Polski Cukier Torun. Chris Wright is playing great. He's stepping up, and that team, and Amanu as well. Players are stepping up for them, and that's why they're 7 ahead. And Oostende are going to have to pull it back yet again. Can the young starlet, Van der Verst, make the shot? He couldn't from the baseline. Aaron Schell right in there amongst the rebounders. Chris Wright up to 20 points on the back of his 29-point outing in just 26 minutes at the weekend against Trefla. He's showing why he's in such a rich vein of form. Just taken over this game the last couple of minutes. Aaron Schell, nothing for him there. Sets the screen, not used. Chris Wright all the way in, all the way out, back to Schell. Pulls up at the elbow of the free throw line. But Oostende with good defense. Simon Bursa in for Oostende. He's on the ball now. Nice back cut. Weimer, yes! Great play by Mark Weimer. Jean-Marc Weimer. That's a great pass as well by Simon Bursa. He's up to 4 points, Weimer. We need more. He's averaging 4.5. And Chris Wright is unstoppable. And Arsila hands off. Bursa back to Sila. And bodies crashing to the floor, and Bartusz Diduszka. And it's Desiran's third foul, and more problems for Oostende. They're in team fouls as well. And Jakub Schenk, Polish international in the recent World Cup qualifiers, comes in, as well as Alexander Perka. He's been here at Torun since 2012, the same amount of time that Djordjevic has been at Oostende. Amanu back in the game for Polski Torun. Good ball movement, attack the closeout by Weaver. He's another top player as well. Of course, played with Neptunas Klaipeda in the Basketball Champions League, so knows this tournament well, and just dragging Kai van der Verst out to him and attack the closeout as Van der Verst was trying to close him down. And each time now there's any foul, Polski Torun will be at the line. Carl Weaver, 33 years old now. And knocks down the free throw. Van der Verst. Can we have some magic from the youngster? He's off with that. He's off with the long-range shot there. Schenk. Into Amanu. They're slowing it right down. Inside. Left-hand finish is really nice by Bartusz Diduszka. That's almost an offensive foul, but a wide-open three. It's just too flat by Van der Verst. Schenk. Running point. Inside. Weaver. He's got Bursa on him this time. Weaver steps through and makes the play. That's really tough. Tough move. Spins baseline and then just steps through. This is a big moment, and it's a big shot for Simon Bersel. He just felt they needed something from that play, and as we rejoin us, Van der First. It's been given here, so there's a steal on the inbounds by the young man. Van der First, if your shot's not going, do something different. Kirker's third foul, he comes out. Outstanding player at junior level for Belgium. Van der First. And will step up to the senior team, I'm sure, very soon. Averaging 8.7 points a game, 60% from 2 for the season so far. Second in assists at 4.2. And we're running down to the last few seconds now of the third quarter. What can Weaver create? He pulls up for 3, and he's just long. But the third quarter has come to an end, and what started really well for Filou Oostende ends with Polski Cukier Torun still in control. They lead 65-57 at the end of the third. And a very frustrated Daria Jerka there, and he's got to rally his troops one more time. Had that 5-0 run to start the third. Then Polski Cukier Torun behind, some good play by Chris Wright and Aminu. And then Weaver came in and just took up the slack as well. They got a good rotation with those 3. No problem offensively. It's just been able to keep teams to a low enough total to make the most of being second top scorers in the Basketball Champions League this season, and number 1 in assists at 25 assists. They're averaging 89 points a game. They're going to do well to get to that tonight. As we look at the highlights, Angola started to get going, especially when they had the lead. But then that's a really nice pick and roll. He's drawn 3 players to him, the help and the confusion then, and just Aminu just ducked in behind. Nice spacing, and then Hornsby attacking Djordjevic. Sealer can't get out. And there's some young supporters, future stars, maybe future Kai Van der Firsts. Or the female equivalent, of course. These young supporters, or supporters young and old here, desperate for the Belgium league leaders and multiple league champions to get back in this game, and quick. And there's some good defense, but Torun get the loose ball, but Chevon Thompson, he's got a big part to play now. The big Jamaican. Weaver, he needs to step up. Kai Van der First, can he sprinkle some magic? He goes baseline, nice pass into Amar Sealer. And the 18-year-old and the 17-year-old, their combined ages are less than Dusan Djordjevic's on his own, combined for a wonderful move. And a highlight play for Oostende. No good for Didushka. And Oostende start the fourth just like they started the third, but can they keep it going? Schenk with the foul. If you're just joining us, Oostende in bright yellow, Polski Torun in blue. And a quick timeout called as the momentum swings back again to Torun. Torun timeout, and the momentum is with Filou Oostende.
Coming in here, and you can't lose it behind you. Huh? We're going back to the shooters, but we got to protect this. Huh? As soon as he goes in here, it's between those two. Huh? That's one thing. In offense, it's finding a shot. Huh? We're going to go point side one more time. Huh? Point side with a ducking option. Hey, remember. Huh? We got this. But if not, we're going to the weak side. Huh? We're going to the weak side pick and roll. And good spacing over here. Huh? Let's go. Come on.
That could turn out to be a clever timeout by Coach Machowski. He did not want Filou Oostende going on another run. They went 5-0 run, and then Torun had to drag it back, which they did. And they have the lead. Ivan de First inbounds, gets the ball back. So much responsibility given to this young player. And on the whole, he's delivering for us then this season. And an offensive foul on the screen, and just unneeded mistakes and turnovers. Shevin Thompson just sliding across as he set the screen. Just got to, you can have your body at an angle, but once you're set, you're set. You can't move, you can't slide, you can't lean over to one side or move your shoulder forward. That's a no-no, and referees in Basketball Champions League calling that tight. Aminu. Good defense. Dribble picked up. Long range effort is no good. Shevin Thompson with another rebound, and what is he doing there? Crazy outlet pass back across his zone as young Bursa just comes and consoles, and there's not much consoling Coach Churcher. The easy pass was straight up the court on the left-hand side to Bursa. Thompson needs to make quick amends here with a big defensive play for his team. Aminu. Hands off. Weaver. What magic can he weave? And the crowd not liking it, and Weaver, his third foul. And the Belgium national team coach and long-time Belgium League champion. He's won the league every year since he arrived here. Incredible statistic. Shots up from the corner is off. Rebound Thompson. He needs to rebound every shot. And Schenk has to foul Ivan de First. Just attacking Schenk, and he fouls him. 6-point lead for Polski Cukier Torun. As I said earlier, that Cukier translated as sugar, and they have played some very sweet basketball this evening, but who is going to have the sweet feeling at the end of the game? Bursa just off. Weaver. Aminu. Shevin Thompson in close attendance. Shots up. No good. Loose. Ball still loose. And still loose. And this time, Aminu right at the front of the hoop. Big time play, and this crazy sequence of play there. Oostende just couldn't get their hand on the ball, couldn't get the defensive rebound. And Daria Jurka is so frustrated the way things are going. Just when they start to get momentum, they give it straight back to Polski Torun. Timeout, Oostende.
How big this ball, time, 3 times in a row. In offense, but I find the roller once, eh? Just looking how now to shoot, eh? Find the roller one who goes in. Or attack a big bit, something. Listen. Side. First one. Side to medic, we have a chance. In defense, we need more active on the ball. Okay, with more light, be active on this side. Hey, last man involved. They try to cut both sides. Stay in front of this. 1, 2, 3.
And that look just says it all for Coach Djerdja. It's just when it's not going for you and the ball ends up in Aminu's hands and he's at the front of the hoop and he tips it in, but Thompson, after that undescribable outlet pass out of bounds, he's just not been quite with it today. He's had some good moments, but not enough. Angola throws it down, and talking of good moments, there's one right there. Ryan Angola just got to take the game over now for Oostende, and both ends of the floor, but there's a breakdown. Thompson recovers the situation, but look at that from Alade Aminu. Wonderful jump hook, fading away. And Shevin Thompson has stopped him initially, but as he's fading away and Thompson fouls him, he knocks it down. But this was nice. Catch, square up, attack. Before the defense gets set. And the three-point play is good. And it's a 9-point lead for Torun. Still plenty of time, 7 minutes remaining. But some good things have got to happen quickly for Filou Oostende. They've got to take care of the ball. And they've got to play with some top D. And this time the young man, Kai van der Verst, bursts towards the basket and makes the layup. Van der Verst de Vries, for his full name, will go to the line. He's an outstanding junior international player for Belgium, and now he's becoming a junior outstanding player for Oostende. Him and C are both on the floor. Simon Bursa playing big minutes as well. 17 and 18-year-old on the floor at the minute. And I think Bursa as well. Number 4, they're fighting with with Pirushka. And all the way to the basket, downhill, nothing stopping the Kai van der Verst Express. I think Filou Oostende have said enough's enough. We've got to get back in this game. Shots up, short, rebound. He's doing everything now, Kai van der Verst. Crossover. Floater is just off, but he's got the ball back, almost. Weaver restores the possession to Torun, but there's an offensive foul called. He must have been using his off arm to create space. And Amar Sila has got himself in. Let's have a look. Yeah, good. That's a really good call and a good spot by the officials. Weaver heading back to the bench. So is it right and Hornsby time now for Polski Torun, or can Kai van der Verst and Angola, maybe Bursa, do something special for Oostende now? Baseline attack, the help's there this time. Angola for 3 is good. That was tough as he had to step back off the dribble with Hornsby in close attention. 2-point lead for Torun. Angola up to 22 points, way above his season average in the Basketball Champions League. Wright misses this time. Big rebound by Thompson, and this time the simple outlet to Simon Bursa, to the relief of Coach Georgia. Angola now is unstoppable. He's going downhill at speed, and the game is tied at 70. Didoshka with the foul, and Angola can regain the lead for Oostende at the free throw line. What a game we've got here as the Basketball Champions League returns. Nothing but net for Angola. And a big shot, big range shot from Hornsby. You can't leave him alone. Two-pointer for Keith Hornsby. Bursa, what a move by Simon Bursa. Attacks from the left and finishes right. Oostende by one. What a game we have here at the Versailles Arena. Hornsby shoots, there is a whistle. Both teams have really hit their stride now. Clearly saw the forearm of Hornsby was hit by Angola. Dario Georgia feeling the pressure. Basketball Champions League pressure. Chris Wright. Europe Cup All-First Team 2016. Played at Asphalt and Dallas Mavericks, and he is playing some big-time basketball, and invariably in the right place at the right time for Polski Cukier Torun. 22 points, 3 assists. Hornsby at the line now. He's up to 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for the 3-time NBA G League All-Star. Two-point lead. Both teams are in team fouls, so it's free throws all the way now. Guy van der Verst, he's got problems in the corner, steps through. Great catch by Angola. They turned away from him, and somehow Guy van der Verst found him. Big time throwdown by the Colombian international. Right. And good defense. Guy van der Verst. Just did enough. He went, slid back. Right there, just lost the ball off his dribble. Guy van der Verst to Angola. Amarcila. Bursa. Bursa, still Bursa, clever play. As Ratachuk tried to guard him, he slowed down. In mid-air, the defense ended up past him. Massive games being played by the young players of Oostende. Baseline, attack, Ratachuk, it's short. Defensive rebound, Angola, still Angola. Throws it up. Vasila, who was coming in on his left side. But the transition defense was just good enough for Polski Torun. Wow. Inside, but no good. But there's a whistle. Inside by Aminu. to Aaron Shell, but it was too high, and Oostende regain the lead and retain a slender 2-point lead. Van der Verst, Amarcila, Angola. What can he create? High screen from Thompson. Sealer with them, catch and finish with the left hand. He thought about the dunk, but he just went for the safe left hand finish. He couldn't quite get complete possession and control of the ball down by his left hip. But that left-handed layup finish was good enough. And it's timeout. Polski Cukier Torun.
You gotta get through the screens. He's gonna get back, or we gotta switch it now. We don't want to do that. In offense, they're not giving us anything now. And the refs are not calling the fouls, so let's make sure we attack harder now. Go hard. Go horns 3 on the next one. Horns 3. Horns 3, dribble entry, pin down. Hey, if you get a pass out of any pick and roll, you gotta attack hard. Like he did. If he goes, be ready to shoot. Don't throw the ball away and make a good shot.
Now Polski Torun have the problems. And is it a changing of the guard? I mean, such a great player and servant for this club, Dusan Djordjevic, but they've done this with Sealer on the floor, with Bursa on the floor, and with Kay Van der Verst on the floor. And of course, Angola playing some great stuff too. Angola playing D, high screen from Amanu, back to Amanu, but that's in traffic, back outside. Right, left-hand dribble, pulls up short, ball's loose, still loose. Hornsby, right. And there's a foul by Kay Van der Verst. That's his fourth foul, the young 17-year-old. Right at the line. Kay Van der Verst. High screen by Thompson. Three-pointer is up, and it's good! Step back three by Kay Van der Verst, and he is doing everything for Filou Oostende tonight. Chris Wright inside Amanu. Beautiful little pocket pass by Ladi Amanu. Bounce to Kay Van der Verst. Still Van der Verst. He's under a lot of pressure. Too much pressure this time. And it's getting really physical, and intentional foul on Angola. And he won't like that because it was very physical just before that moment as well. In fact, Angola did make something of that contact. Polski Torun player just ran into him. Just going to see if this is a intentional or unnecessary contact by... That's initially what happened to Angola, but got to see if it's a natural basketball play. He's got his hand on his back. I'm not sure. I think that should be called as a regular foul. He's got his hand on his back, okay. There's contact there, and then he definitely makes a play across the arm towards the ball, but I don't think that was a raking action or a grabbing action. The initial call was intentional, and they just now call it, they downgraded it to regular foul. 2 shots. Great job by the officials. Cooley knocks down the first free throw. And he's up to 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 17 points now. Angola off the high screen from Thompson. Brings it back out. It's a 1-point lead. Oostende by 1. He stops. Can he step through? He still gets the shot up. No good. Ball's loose. Still loose. And it remains with Oostende possession. And substitution. Kai van der Verst. Dutch international comes out with 12 points. Points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 fouls. Can Oostende get this done, or are we going to go into overtime? There's plenty of time left. Djordjevic inside. Great pass, perfect execution, but in the left hand by Shevon Thompson. What a substitution. Straight to the left side, pass fake to the right. Thompson just drifts into the post. And Amanu was the wrong side, he was the high side. And Shevon Thompson loves the left hand. Spins baseline for 2. 3-point lead for Filou Oostende. Timeout. Polski Cukier Torun.
Take it out. Kyle, you come in, you take it out.
Lots on the mind now of Coach Mahowski.
The ball is here.
It's the 2- and 3-point percentages.
Good timing. Yeah, pass for the ball first. Don't pass out on that. Hey, try to set a good screen after If I only score in 2, yeah, we got a foul. Yeah?
So we're perfectly set up here. What a great game, great excitement for the crowd here. As I say, young and families, kids, they love their basketball here in Oostende. League leaders and reigning league champions in Belgium. But they have a young Dutch star emerging in Kai van der Verst, but the inbound is in. Shots up for 3 is good. What a play by Polski Torun and Keith Hornsby. Perfectly executed. And now Dusan Djordjevic has the chance. It's 1 second differential between game and shot clock. And there's a foul, and there's an offensive foul. Georgia can't believe it. Coach Georgia can't believe this. Let's see if Thompson, he's moving, he's stepping across as he's setting the screen, and it's Coach Georgia is asking for this to be re-looked at, but I think potentially Shevon Thompson has stepped across too much. That's the second time he's committed an offensive foul in that manner. But as it wasn't possession, Polski Torun, they're going to have this tied, and the shot's up, and there's no foul. And they've run out of time at the end of regulation, and the crowd are not happy. Coach Georgia's not happy. But we're going into overtime. That's one thing I do know. At the end of the fourth, it's tied at 84 between Filou Oostende and Polski Cukier Torun. It's a great out-of-bounds play all the way across to Amanu, and Hornsby in motion. I think the offensive foul may have been on Djurdjevic. But that gave Polski Torun one more chance, and I think it was Chris Wright attacked the basket in traffic. No foul called, so we're going to have 5 more minutes to try and decide who's going to win this. It was Wright, Angola in front of him. Did Angola make contact with Chris Wright on the swipe down? It's very close to there being contact, but nothing called. I think the referees are correct. So let the players decide that type of moment, and we are going to have 5 more minutes of basketball entertainment for you. And Coach Georgia is absolutely losing it with his team. He's frustrated, but to Filou Oostende's credit and to his credit, he has pulled them back 2 or 3 times in this game, from losing positions to leading the game. And that Keith Hornsby 3 saved Polski Cukier Torun. They are now in extra time, overtime, here at the Versluz Arena in Oostende. Djurdjevic stays in. Angola for 3 is just off. And just one and done. And the defensive rebound ends up with Chris Wright. Hornsby to Wright. Potent 1-2 punch. Wright, still Wright, and it's good. Great touch for Chris Wright, and he's up to 27 points. He had 29 points in the win in the Polish domestic league against Trefl in 26 minutes at the weekend. He's carrying on that sort of play. Djurdjevic, and he loses the dribble. Inside, exactly where Shevon Thompson wants it, on his left side. And there he's unstoppable. 12 points for the big Jamaican. Weaver. And that bounce pass was right at Amanu's legs. I thought Weaver would have carried on and scored there. He had an open lane. Shevon Thompson doing just enough, and that's where Thompson wants it. And Chris Wright really clever, a lot of contact, no foul called, and Wright with the score. Simon Bersa back in the game. Djurdjevic, still Djurdjevic. Sealer thought about the shot. Weimer step back for 3 is off. Just didn't look comfortable with that option. And he looks a frustrated player, does Jean-Marc Weimer. Chris Wright goes left. Shots up is long. And the rebound comes to Dusan Djurdjevic. Nice screen. That is Weaver's foul, and that's his fourth. Dusan Djordjevic. Strokes the first. Split feet stance, right foot quite a bit in front of the left. Beautiful posture and pose and poise by the 36-year-old, 36 years young Serbian. I'm sure playing with the likes of Ivan de Verst and Sila and Bursa is keeping him young. All the way to the bucket is Aaron Schell. He's been quiet of late, but not there. Right to the hoop, and we're tied at 88. Djordjevic, high screen, Shevin Thompson. Hesitation, left hand finish, no good. Thompson underneath is good for two. Somehow got the offensive rebound in between two Polski Torun players. Just grabbed it off the front of the rim. Amanu was there. And Sel, and he gets the roll. And that's Amanu's fourth foul, along with Weaver for Polski Torun. Just short. Just a touch flat. It was 48% coming in to the game. It's 2 of 3 tonight. Made his first 2 of the game. And beautiful running hook layup. A hook shot for Hornsby, that was tough. Thompson, left hand is no good. Big rebound. Jump shot, no good. Rebound, Thompson and Weimer. Dusan Djordjevic gets it to Sila, to Bursa. Now they run the clock down. It's really running down there. The double, they almost stolen. Bursa's gonna have a wide open three. No good. And all the way down the other end, right. No foul. He was too far under the hoop. Djordjevic all the way to the far side, wide open. Weimer just off. Unbearable tension for the home fans. And this time, Hornsby does make the shot. And he ties the game at 90. These two teams can't be separated. Djordjevic into the corner, and there's a foul by Emanu, that's massive. Not really needed, he just hesitated and went again, and Amanu had stepped too far out to deal with the clever Dusan Djordjevic, and Amanu has just fouled out. Perka is coming in, Alexander Perka. Amanu's had a solid game though. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. A steal and a block. Dusan Djordjevic. Beautiful free throw shooter, 85.7% coming into tonight. And he's made every shot so far from the line, 5 of 5. Make that 6 of 6, and he's hit nothing but net every time. Under a minute remaining in the first overtime. 2-point lead for Oostende. Right to take the lead. Just off. Amar Sila gets the rebound that he's grateful for. Dusan Djordjevic, high screen. Another screen. Thompson inside, this time with his right hand, but he misses. There's just enough time. Right, he's fouled. There's bodies flying everywhere. Perker ends up on the floor. But Chris Wright will go to the line for 2 shots. Again, he was well under the hoop. Thompson picks up his 4th. He was well under the basket, as he had been previously when Bursera played good D with no foul. But this time, Thompson does commit the foul. Chris Wright, he's going to need all his skill now. Leading scorer in the game. 5 of 6 from the line tonight so far. And number 1 in efficiency for this team. And we are tied yet again here at the Versluis Arena in Ostend, Belgium. Hope you're enjoying the action here on livebasketball.tv. Certainly enjoying every moment of bringing it to you. Dario Jerka. He has a chance for his team to win the game.
They never go foul. They will try to avoid that he gets the ball. Hey, Simon, take it. Jamar here. Pin down for Dusan. Get open. Chef, screen for Brian. And now, listen, if Dusan gets the ball, if they go on the foul, don't worry, hey, probably bounder will look for this cup. You need to open. Hey, Simon, screen and Dusan get the ball if you get. If Dusan Mark get the ball, you screen for Dusan ball. Hey, get 3 balls, that line. No, attack.
Great timeout by Coach Jerja. He's been frustrated tonight, but his team have pulled it back time and time again. And look at the crowd. They love their Ostend. They love their Filou Oostende basketball team here. This wonderful arena, 5,000 capacity, and it is rocking right now. Basketball Champions League, game day 7. The game's tied. Djordjevic again. What can he create? Angola loses the ball. Time running down. There is time for 3. No good. Hornsby misses off one leg. Now, what has happened? No call. It's the end of the first period of overtime. We're tied at 92.
Hey. What? Yeah, but no, wait. Okay, but we need to give something here. Listen, in offense, go first, corn down. First corn down. Hey, if we don't have immediately this nothing here on the back screen, please come up, cut. Hey, pass to the 4, cut, replace, search other side. Let's go. Let's try to curb them there. Hey, let's go. Hey. 1, 2, 3.
I want you to play pick and pop action. Turn the corner, and I want you to slip that screen. I want you to hold it, if possible. There, yeah? Pick and pop, Arnold for Alex. And we're going to look for that slip for Arnold. Okay? Hey, if we don't have it,
Incredible scenes, and Filou Oostende mascot there getting involved with some of the crowd, and it's been quite an extraordinary game, as you see the Dutch international Kai van der Vurst in the background, and you've got Dusan Djurdjevic, who's come back into this game, played all of overtime, but what got Oostende to that position was the Belgian international Bersa, 22 years old, Amar Sila, and the Dutch international Kai van der First. It's quite extraordinary. The depth of talent in the Basketball Champions League, young and old, are making massive impacts. And the 36-year-old Serbian has got the ball, using pick and rolls at the top. Inside to Thompson, back outside. Weimer, attack again. That's just beautiful play. Simon Bersa. Played at under 20 and under 18 level for Belgium, with distinction. Weaver, foul on Djurdjevic. And Weaver at the line. Bersa has played with great calmness, making layups, making threes, good defensive plays without fouling. He's up to 13 points. But Weaver at the other end, 100% from the line, 11 points, ties the game yet again. 94 apiece into Thompson. And that time he just gets it over the front of the hoop. From the opposite block, he'll go high, no help comes. He makes the quick move. Perker could not stop him. 2-point lead, Oostende. And Hornsby trying to skip through and bring the ball up from his hip. Just couldn't get it to go. Djurdjevic. Djurdjevic brings it out, shot clock running down. Looking inside, yes, that's a perfect pass. They get it into Thompson. But let's see what the call is. He's committed. Are they calling a foul on that screen? It's being called a foul on Shevon Thompson, and if that's his foul, that's his 5th. He's been asked to leave the court. That's a big loss for Oostende. So now even more pressure on some of the younger players. Weimer and Angola are going to have to play big. Oh, great pass. And Aaron Shell. And that's Dezion's 4th foul. They're all going to have to step up. Shell will go to the line for 2 shots. Shell, Polish international, 9 points and perfect from the line, 4 from 4 tonight. This will be to tie the game yet again in this second period of overtime. And he gets the shooter's roll. Coach Djurdjevic, he is living every moment, as we all are. This is Basketball Champions League action at the highest order here in Oostende. Angola turns the corner, but he can't get the roll on the layup, and the crowd don't like that. Here goes Chris Wright with the hesitation, and the right-hand finish from the left, and from 2 down to 2 up in the space of just a few seconds. Epic battle between Belgium and Poland club teams. Djurdjevic penetrates, kick, big three is just off. Djurdjevic behind the back, and he tries to hand it off to Deziant, but no good. Hornsby, cross court, wide open, is good for three. Aaron Schell, as cool as you like. All the defense at edge ball side, and that's a massive moment for Polski Torun. Off the steal, Hornsby herring down the court, kicks it across, wide open Aaron Schell, knocks down the three. And that was Chris Wright with a hesitation, going under Angola's arm with a reverse layup to finish. Timeout Oostende.
Going with a forfeit. Okay, 1 or 2 of you, never mind. But please, after we use a pick, face, cup, breathe, and roll in. Okay? We shot or we have execution inside. Round back faster. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 3.
So we're back underway, just over 2 minutes remaining in the second overtime here in Oostende, Belgium. It's now a 5-point lead. Polski Torun, their biggest lead in overtime. Angola! He's going to be really frustrated with himself he didn't make that. That's a couple he's got right to the hoop in crunch time here in overtime, and he hasn't made it. He's going to have to get his 2 points the hard way. It's just a free throw, just to rub salt in the wounds. And Coach Djurdjevic, does he go back to Kai van der Verst, who did so well leading up to the end of regulation? And Angola makes the second. 4-point lead. Oostende are going to have to drag themselves out of another hole here. Chris Wright. High screen by Perka. And no good, great defense by Oostende. Wide open three is just short. And defensive foul. Great effort by Djurdjevic. But it was not square on, and Hornsby was almost past him, and that's 5 fouls now for Dusan Djurdjevic. 2 big players are now leaving. (16 points for Djurdjevic, 7 assists. Is it going to be in a losing effort in this incredible, titanic struggle? At the moment, Polski Torun are on the verge of winning, and Hornsby just knocks down the 2 points, but they plenty of time. And now Kai van der Verst is on, but it's a steal straight off the bench, and it's not the start he would have wanted. Right, no good, and they don't get there, the play, and that's a beautiful pass. And the finish, what a transition play. Brilliant extra pass by Weimer after Polski Torun had failed to score at the hoop. Brilliant outlet by Kai van der Verst. Bounce pass, and then the layup is good. And a hard foul on Simon Bursa. Are they going to call that intentional? Weaver is out. He's got 5 fouls. Is there another twist and another turn to this incredible game of basketball? Simon Bursa brings it back to a 1-possession game. Wright versus Kai van der Wurst. They're in motion. Handoffs, screens at the top. Hornsby, good pressure as the dribble is picked up. Shell, time running down. Hornsby pulls up from the free throw line. No good. And now Oostende can tie the game with a 3. Angola step through. It's good and he's fouled. Extraordinary play by an extraordinary player. He just says, give me a moment. And he's helped to his feet by Yannick Design. And this game is incredible. Extraordinary finish and patience on that play to step through to get Hornsby to foul him. It's unbelievable, stupendous basketball by both teams. And this game is tied yet again at 103. Hope you're enjoying it, folks. 3-second differential between game and shot clock. Big moments for Wright and Kai van der Wurst as the time runs down. What can Wright do? What can Oostende do? High screen, Wright, still Wright, no good. Ball's loose. They get it back. Still, Angola to win it. That's extraordinary. That is incredible. Oostende, they are 2 ahead. Have they won? We've just got a double check. Has time expired? Just trying to work out exactly what has gone on here. By my thinking, he's definitely made the slam. Is that being called a foul? There were hands on the back by Bursa. Angola, I'm sure, scores before the time expires. They're going to check it. The score is back to 103. It did look on the shot we had of Angola making that layup, but there was still 3/10 of a second, but the ball has to go through the hoop. Here's the attempted shot, missed by Wright, tipped across, attempted save by Ratashuk, interception, Angola, slam. Has it gone through the hoop in time? You could not write this script. This is, well, I'm incredulous at what I'm watching. I hope you're enjoying it. It's just one way, then the next. And it's almost as though the basketball gods won another overtime period. But Brian Angola, he's thrown it down. It looks like 0.6. It's a clean dunk. He lets go. It's down through the net. With that, so the same 0.5, which is fine. Does the score count? Yes. So now the two's up. Polski Torun have 0.5 seconds. I think that's what the ref is telling the table. They will have 0.5 seconds to get a shot off. You can just about get a catch and shoot in midair. Now the technicians on the scoreboard need to get 0.5 seconds up on the scoreboard. Coach Gierja has been through every basketball emotion tonight, as has Sebastian Machowski. They have led their teams in this unbelievable battle between the current league leaders in Poland and the current league leaders in Belgium. Let's listen in.
Mickey all the way quickly to the corner. Alex spread. And let's see, that's the first one. He's going quick to the corner. So we got nobody behind. Like that. Okay, that's the first one. Alex. There we go. You gotta set a screen, and then if he makes contact, then you go back. Let's go.
On 0.5 seconds, it's got to be just a catch and shoot. 2 points a tie, 3 points a win, which would be the most remarkable turnaround I've ever seen in a basketball game if Polski Cukier Torun can pull this off. Just breathtaking action here in Ostend. Now they've got to get the clock right. Can they actually get the visual clock to show 0.5? Sideline possession. Here we go. 0.5 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a catch and shoot. Shots up, and it's out of play. And it just went to nobody. There was a miscommunication there on the inbounds. Ostend just need to get the ball in and just throw it up, and Filou Oostende have won this memorable game. Incredible play by both teams. Filou Oostende somehow pull it off. They beat Polski Cukier Torun in double overtime. A fantastic game of basketball. Filou Oostende win 105-103 over Polski Cukier Torun. Extraordinary scenes. Coach Machowski now speaking with the referees. There's going to be such mixed feelings now. The coaches, whichever side they're on, have just got to keep their cool. But all credit to Filou Oostende. They were behind on large parts of that game, and well behind. But then they pulled it back in overtime. They pulled it back at the end of regulation to start with, to get into overtime, and they were almost gone. They were 5 down. Players being fouled out, Shevin Thompson and then Djurdjevic, 2 key players for this team. But somehow they pull off the victory. And as they celebrate with their home crowd, what a spectacle of a game this crowd has been treated to. Belgium and Poland's finest club teams have put on a show, star-studded from start to finish. With the old, with Djurdjevic, and the new. With Kai van der Voort, Simon Bursa playing an incredible game. Great minutes from Amel Seeler as well, as we look at the game stats. And Coach Djurdjevic sitting down and enjoying a glass or bottle of water. And top scorers Angola, Djurdjevic, Bursa, Wright, Hornsby, yet again. 31 points for Chris Wright, 23 for Hornsby, 18 for Amanu. Brilliant play, and Angola with that dunk off the steal. And we then had to wait. There's young Bursa, Simon Bursa, another star in the making under Coach Djurdjevic's tutelage. Incredible play from both teams. Big time shots, time and time again. That was just a nice play between the two young guns, Kai van der Voort and Amar Seeler. Holland to Senegal for the left-hand slam. There's another angle of it. He had some big moments, blocks as well for the Senegalese star. And there's Angola. That was a big moment to get him going. Ryan Angola, 33 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Just 2 extraordinary offensive displays by Wright and Angola, but well supported by their teammates. 20 assists by Polski Cukier Torun, below their average. 19 assists by Filou Oostende, above their average. That was clever by Angola. Kai van der Voort had run out of options there, but he just got in between the two Polski Torun players and was able to slam it down, as he did, to win the game in double overtime. And that was clever by Simon Bursa, playing the slow race, just getting and freezing the defense. Ratachuk ended up off him, and he protected the ball beautifully. This was a tough move as well. Step back 3 by Kai van der Voort. And then he came out, and in came Djurdjevic, finding Shevin Thompson. And Hornsby attacking the basket. Just one good play after another, and drama upon drama was unfolding before our eyes. You just couldn't separate the two teams. Shevin Thompson going high-sided this time with his left hand running hook, and Angola, that was tough, and the foul, and he made the free throw. I'm just saying, just give me a moment, guys. Just monumental efforts by all the players. But of course, there's a star in the show, and there he was, Angola, right just before the final buzzer of double overtime, getting the steal, getting the slam, and then that was a step too far for Polski Torun. Here's the Group A standings after that classic encounter. Filou Oostende up to 4th at the moment. Polski Cukier Torun up to 7th, but Strasbourg and Baxi Manresa and Dinamo Sasa in Turk Telekom still to complete their games. Well, don't go anywhere. There's still games going on Live Basketball TV, but what an epic battle we have watched this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have, bringing it to you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. More Live Basketball TV, Basketball Champions League action to come tonight and tomorrow. Good night.